Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney fans, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Autumn Roundup. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know if you plan to visit between the 21st of September and the 3rd of November, or if you just want to live vicariously through others who do. We're going to be talking about what ride closures there are, what the park times are, what you can expect from special seasons, and more. So, let's get to it. First and most importantly is the autumn does bring with it a major season, and that is the Halloween season at Disneyland Paris, and that will run from the 1st of October to the 3rd of November. That will bring with it several changes to the park as well as fun additions and theming. One change will be to parades. There is a special Halloween themed parade, which means that Stars on Parade will move earlier in the day. Don't worry, it is still running. It is currently listed on the app throughout the season as playing at 11:30. We don't know what time the Halloween parades will be yet, but we can expect from previous years that it'll probably be about 3 o'clock. In addition, there may be smaller cavalcades. Keep your eyes open. Changes to the parade this year are going to include Jose and Panchito joining Donald on the main float, as well as Chip and Dale in brand new Halloween-inspired outfits. But the parade is not where it ends for characters. You can expect to see loads of characters all the way through Disneyland Paris, including a new look Jack Skellington and Sally in Frontierland. New look, obviously they're not changing the look from the film. I just think perhaps he's had a little plastic surgery to his hands and face to what he's had in previous years. You can also expect to see the Fab Six and other regular characters in different Halloween-inspired costumes, including Minnie, Mickey, Stitch, Tigger, Chip and Dale, Goofy and Donald, and many more. There will also be villains, which we know will include the Ugly Sisters, Maleficent, Hook, Jafar, Cruella, and Gaston. Now, these can be anywhere in the park, but we predict that the majority of them will be over in Fantasyland, and then you will find people such as Hook and Jafar in Adventureland. We also know this year you'll have the chance to meet Miguel from Coco in Frontierland. Now, this is a really unique and fun meet and greet, and if you can possibly make it, I recommend you do. Again, time is available on the app. The reason why Miguel will be in Frontierland is because there is a general theming towards the right-hand side of Frontierland of the Mexican celebration of Day of the Dead, when you can see many a skeleton figurine dressed in these elaborate embroidered costumes. Also in Frontierland, you will get some Harvest Festival style pumpkin scarecrows for the Halloween time, which always prove to be the most favourite. But that's not where the decorations end. You can also see decorations on Main Street, including more seasonal garlands and ghosts and shop window decorations. We will this year also have projections going down on the walls down Main Street. Now, this is technology that's really been utilised in the last few years, and this is the first time they will be doing it during park opening hours on Main Street. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like. And it's not only things that you can see with your eyes. If you listen very closely while you're on Main Street, you may hear the odd happy horn welcome you into Disneyland Paris. Another place you can see the projection technology that they use on Main Street is in nighttime spectacular Disney Tales of Magic that is performed nightly, but especially for the Halloween season, they will have a pre-show. We're expecting that to use drones and projections, and that will start about 10 to 15 minutes before the main show on an evening. So again, check apps for exact times. Another announcement for the first time this year is the Unlucky Nugget. If you know anything about the Lucky Nugget, it's one of our show's favourite restaurants in Disneyland Paris. It straddles the gap somewhere between quick service and table service, and at other times of year they are known to have a puppet show on the stage. Now, for this Halloween season, they're going to retheme it as the Unlucky Nugget. We don't yet know exactly what that will entail. We know that it won't include a dinner show, but it is likely to include a special menu, and in the words of Disneyland Paris, you will revisit the wedding feast of Melanie Ravenswood, who of course is the bride that we see in Phantom Manor, and have an updated dining experience. So as soon as we know what that is, we will be reporting it on our Sunday night live show. You can join us on a Sunday night and join in with the live chat if you like. If not, the show will be published on a Monday, both as a podcast and a YouTube video, and you're free to contribute and comment as you wish there. A lot of the things I am putting in this video now, I am doing 6 weeks in advance, so things can change, adapt, and more things could be announced. So if you want to stay up to date with the best Disneyland Paris news, make sure you check that out. Okay, one last thing to do with the Halloween season, and that is, in addition to the usual themed snack and merch and photo opportunities that you have every year, this year there will be a fun M&M treasure hunt. So if you go to the Boardwalk Candy Palace, you can get a map from a cast member, and then you will be on the hunt for mystical doors. And each mystical door will have a puzzle or a clue that you have to solve. Once you have solved all those puzzles and clues, you can go back to Boardwalk Candy Palace and you can claim a prize. As yet, we don't have details what that prize will be, and we won't be giving any spoilers to the puzzles, but we are very excited to see how this goes. There's some very similar things that they do in Epcot during Food and Wine Festival, Festival of the Arts, Flower and Garden Festival, scavenger hunts that you have to go around, and the prizes are always a really cute addition to your holiday, and it's a really fun way to structure the day for children. So Boardwalk Candy Palace, go and get your map first thing on your Halloween visit. Right, let's do a quick rundown of what the times of day will actually be. If you visit from now till the end of September, Disneyland Park will be open from 9:30 till 10 p.m, with extra magic time for hotel guests and annual pass holders from 8:30 to 9:30. Walt Disney Studios will be open from 9:30 a.m. to 9 p.m, with extra magic time 8:30 till 9:30. And on a weekday until the end of September, Disneyland Park will be open 9:30 a.m. to 9 p.m, and Walt Disney Studios will be open 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. As we go into October, those park hours will extend to allow for the new season. So Disneyland Park will now be open till 10 p.m. daily, opening at 9 a.m. on a weekend and 9:30 a.m. on a weekday. Walt Disney Studios will open till 10 p.m. on a weekend and close at 9 p.m. on a weekday. On Halloween actual day, 31st of October, both parks will be open 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And extra magic time is always an hour before the park opens if you qualify for that perk. You can find all those details on the Disneyland Paris app. Quick side note, my next tips video that I am currently writing is how to get the most out of the Disneyland Paris app. So if I keep mentioning it and you don't know what I'm on about, make sure that you like and subscribe, and then you'll be notified when I upload that video, and I will tell you everything you need to know, everything you can do on it, everything you can find out on it, and what you need to do to upload it. Check that out. Okay, let's have a really quick whiz through for my annual pass holders what your blackout dates are. Bronze pass members are unable to visit on any weekends in September or October, and the 20th of October to the 31st of October is blocked out entirely. Silver pass holders can visit on weekends in general, but are blacked out from the 18th of October up until the 2nd of November. And of course, gold pass holders have 365-day-a-year availability. Unfortunately, as yet, we've not heard about any surprise pop-ups, or pop-up surprises, I should say, or about any annual pass parties. But these can be announced last minute, so make sure you keep checking out our live show for more news. And finally, let's talk closed attractions. So, closed for refurbishment, we have Buzz Lightyear's Laser Blast, which is closed already and will remain closed until spring of 2026. No exact date given, but that does mean inevitably it will be closed for this entire autumn season. Indiana Jones, on the other hand, is set to reopen on the 4th of October, as is Mad Hatter's Teacups. Pirate Beach, which is the kiddies' playground in Adventureland near where you see the big galleon, that has been shut during August, but that is set to reopen on the 27th of September. And the Big Thunder Mountain riverboats are closed, like Buzz Lightyear is, until early 2026. Tenière du Dragon, which is the Dragon's Cave under the castle, will be closed from the 6th of October till the 10th of October. Just a short closure, but it's such a good attraction. Make sure you check it out if it is open during your stay. One last thing to mention in terms of closures, and that is mysteriously on October the 9th, the Walt Disney Studios Park will begin to close early, and I mean early. Some attractions closing at 11 a.m. and then continuing to roll closures throughout the day. I'm putting that up on the screen at the moment. You can find this on the Disneyland Paris website. We don't know why that is. That has not been officially announced, but it is not unusual for these second parks at Disney resorts to host private gatherings, corporate functions, etc. So it's probably just one of those, but also it perhaps a media event for something. We will see. But if you're there on the 9th of October, just prepare yourself because you're unlikely to be able to ride much once it gets to early afternoon in Walt Disney Studios Park, which means it's likely to be very busy over in the Disneyland Park. So plan accordingly. Amidst all this construction news, we cannot forget that the village is under large amounts of construction. It's having a multi-year makeover with many new announcements coming through there. If you're visiting October, you will be lucky enough to get the new Disney Style, Disney Glamour, the new Lego store. We've already got Cafe Rosalie, all basically the end near the lake. And then you will find closer towards Disneyland Paris itself, a lot more construction walls being put up there. It is a very interesting time to visit because there is some new stuff when you can see, but there's also some old stuff going away. So check that out. While we've got that in mind, things that you can only see or you may only be able to see during this season. First of all, we know that Adventure Bay will be opening in the spring of 2026. So depending on how often you travel, this might be the last time that you see Walt Disney Studios without it. And I recommend going and seeing if you can have a little neck crane and a look-see and a peek, see what exciting constructions you can see up there. We also have predictions as a channel that Frozen, a Musical Invitation and the entire animation celebration building may change function because there's no point having Arendelle on the bay and then Frozen, Meet Olaf, Musical Invitation, etc. in residence in that building. It is a beautiful little show and Olaf is a great meet, so I recommend highly that you check that out. Also, you will find in there a model of the plans for Adventure Bay, so you get to see a little preview of Arendelle and the Lion King ride and the lake and everything associated with that. And in there as well is the animation experience where you get to learn how to draw a Disney character from a Disney artist. So my top tip for the season is check that out because you don't know what that building will be used for next year. Other new things, if you haven't visited this year, is the Studio One became world premiere in May 2026. So that will be completely different to how you remember it. It now takes the form of a red carpet on the night of a premiere in Los Angeles and Hollywood. Brace yourself for a new entrance to the Studios Park. And there's also a new lighting package has been added to Space Mountain, giving a whole new vibe to Discoveryland in Disneyland Park. There's a scavenger hunt to be had in the caves around Adventure Isle. And as previously mentioned, new shops and experiences in the Disney Village. And finally, they are now rolling out the brand new cabins at Davy Crockett Ranch. So if you're lucky enough to be staying there, you might be staying in a brand new, spangly, shiny woodchucks cabin. Right. Gosh, that was a marathon. That's all the information I have for the autumn period. I will be doing another one of these for the Christmas period and then the new year. So if you like it, if it is useful to you, then let me know. If there's other information you would like to add in, let me know. As I say, things are always changing. So if you want the most up-to-date news, and then the best thing to do is watch our Sunday live show and we will tell you everything we know. But for now, that's been all. I've been Lucy. Bye-bye.